one solution, that means two lines across at one point. It is an independent system. You're gonna have to know which one's independent, which one's dependent, which one's inconsistent. Okay. So when we work on it, so what type of system is this? And then we just say it over and over again until it pops in your head. But when it crosses at one point, and this is the system, and this is one way to solve it is by graphing. When you graph it, you can see what happens. When it crosses at exactly one point, it is called an independent system. It has exactly one solution, and the graph, two lines across at one point. You have to remember that all we're doing are lines, okay? Our system is going to be lines. We don't get, we don't have a parabola and a line where you have two solutions. We just have two lines, two straight lines. And the two straight lines, so one solution, independent system, two lines across at one point. So if I have a graph on your test, and it's two lines across at one point, it'll say what type of system. It'll give you independent, dependent, inconsistent, Harmonian. Please don't pick Harmonian, okay? That's just to have four answers. You would circle independent. I'll say, how many solutions does it have? You would circle one solution, okay? Then I'll say, what's the solution? Only one of those would be 1 point. I lied, you're gonna have to solve it to find out what it is. All right, the second case is where you solve it, you would have no solution, because what are you looking for? You're looking for where the two lines cross. They don't cross, so there's no solution. It is an inconsistent system, all right? Inconsistent, no solution, parallel lines. What's a parallel line? It's two lines that never cross. And the last one, which you will not like, all right, is a line on top of a line. There's infinitely many solutions, because if the solution fits one, it's going to fit the other. But it only because they're really the same line. If I had x plus y equal 1 and 2x plus 2y equal 2, they're actually the same line. They're going to be parallel lines. They're going to be a line on top of a line. Okay, so, but that's a dependent system. It has infinitely many solutions, and it's one line. Yes?
Does that mean the two lines or the equations are equivalent? They're moving the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so it's one line on top of another line. So if I gave you the graph, could you tell me what it is? And that's the only three things that can happen. Infinitely many solutions that you have to write with a arbitrary variable, no solution, or exactly one solution. And those are the only three things that can happen. So the first thing we're going to do is by graphing. I doubt I will put graphing on the, I doubt I would ask you to graph for this. Now, the next chapter, all you're going to do is graph. All right. Says use the graphing method when it's written in standard form, and this is standard form. The other form would be y-intercept, where you have y equal to something. But when you have x and y over to one side equal to a number, they call this standard or general form. Okay. You take x plus 2y equal 4, and you're going to find the intercepts. That means you're going to let x be 0, solve for y, let y be 0, solve for x. If you want to do that on your calculator, you must solve for y. okay? If you wanna use a graphing calculator to graph a line, you must solve for y. The only way you can put it into the calculator, you put y1 and y2, that means you have to make it into a y-intercept form. You do it by hand, I would find the intercepts for both of them, and graph the line. If you're using intercepts only, you only need 2 points. If you're not using the intercepts only, then you need 3 points. 2 points make a line, 3rd point checks it. So if you're doing it by hand, I don't know why I have 3 points, but, they all work. You graph it, you find where they intersect. So this is, x is 2, y is 1, your solution is 2, 1. Is that the only way to solve it? No. Okay? That is not the only way to solve it. That is one of the ways to solve it. I'm gonna work with algebra. Okay? We're gonna solve these algebraically. There's only 2 ways for now. It will become different on Tuesday. You just have to have faith in me on Tuesday, okay? Right now, some of you have seen these before, called by substitution. I'll show you in a minute, and it will let me have the paper. Substitution. You're gonna have 2 equations. If the equations are written like this, where one of the variables is over by itself, we're gonna use substitution. And that says, go up to the first equation, where there's a y, replace it with what y equals. For that, only the y, you can't take 5y out. You take the y out, you replace it with what it says y is. So this would be 5x, 3x plus 5y equal to 26. You replace the y with the 2x, 3x plus 5 times 2x. I'm just replacing a variable with an equation, with a...
Okay, but where's the 2 come from?
It's telling you that if y equals 2x.
y equal 2x, so where there's a y, I'm gonna replace it with 2x.
It's giving you.
Okay, so it'll give you that answer,
Yes.
so you'll know.
This does. The second equation says, oh, by the way, y is equal to 2x.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can't just, yeah, it has to be stated. So, 5 times 2, x is 10x, 3x plus 10x is 26. Solve for x is 2. Okay? So, all you're doing is you're taking the variable, you're replacing it with, it's not an equation, but I can't think what it's called. If it'll say y is equal, whatever that says, I don't care if it's 2x plus 7. Put it in parentheses and you solve it if there's a number outside. All right. Then, if you only solve for x, you are only half right. You need a y. You are solving for a point. The point that makes it cross. Now, if you have an x value, you will have a y value. Because the other ones are no solution or an infinite number of solutions. So, here, go to one of the original equations. I don't care which one. This one is so much easier than that one. But if you chose the first one and solve for y, either way, you're gonna get the number 4. This one, they use 2x. If I wanted to find this, I would say 3 times 2 plus 5y equals 26. 6 plus 5y equals 26. 5y is equal to 26 minus 6. 5y is equal to 20. Divide by 5. Y is equal to 4. Doesn't matter. you can pick either original equation. You will come up with the same value for y. One is the easiest one was y is equal to 2x, because I just had to put in the x and I came up with the y. If you are determined you only want to use the first equation, it will still give you the same answer. All right? That is substitution. And I really wish that whatever, 0630 or whatever it's called, was on system of equations, but you're not, are you? You're not on system of equations. You should be. All right, now. It is a consistent solution, although I'm gonna ask you what type. Sorry. The system is independent. It has one solution, and that solution is the 0.24. Okay? You really don't need to know about consistent. Okay, that's just the type of solution. What I want you to know is graph is two intersecting lines, what the system is called, and how many solutions. If it has one solution, I'll say, what's the solution? You just write it as a point, hopefully in parentheses. All right? That's one way. Now remember, we graph, substitution. The other one is called elimination, or some call it addition. If I say solve using substitution, then you're going to have one of the variables all by itself. If I say solve by elimination, okay, then you have to write the equation in standard form. That means x and y over to one side equal to a number. It needs to be x plus y. If I give it to you as y plus x and the other x plus y, they both need to be in x plus y form. All right. Then what you want to do is you want to eliminate one of the variables. And what you're going to do is you're going to do something you're going to do something, okay, to eliminate the x or the y's. It says to solve it, you can't do it in this form. You need your x and y's over to one side equal to another. So this will be negative 2x plus y equal negative 11. And this one is 5x minus y is equal to 26. So written in this form, I want to get rid of one of the variables. So what I want to know, is there a variable that has the same coefficient, but are they opposite signs? And you will say, yes. And which variable is that? Say it, that's correct. The y. Because if I say y plus minus y, what do I get? They cancel each other out. So I'm going to add these. Negative 2 plus 5 is 3x. Y minus y is gone, so 3x is equal to, what, 15?
X equals 5.
Divide both sides by 3, x equals 5. it, I get x equals 5, and that is not my answer. That is only half the answer. Right, so it doesn't matter which one, I'm gonna just choose, it has to be the original equation. So I'm gonna take the top one, which says y plus 11 is equal to 2x. So y will be 11, wait a minute, 2 times 5 minus 11. So y is equal to 10 minus 11. So y will be -1. So your solution will be 5, -1. All right. What type of system is it?
Dependent.
Independent. Independent. If you have an answer, if you have a number, it's independent.
I got you.
How many solutions?
There's one.
One.
I was thinking
Okay.
it was two, but it is
It's
one.
one,
And two intersecting lines.
and it's 2 intersecting lines. That's an independent system. They actually finish this one on the next page.
And the 5 minus 1 would be where it is set.
Right. So if you graph them, they would intersect at 5 minutes. Here, now remember, for elimination, they have to be in standard form. Here, I have nothing in common. So basically, and I'm not gonna see what this did. Do you wanna get rid of the x's or the y's? Without tell me, don't look at the bottom, what did they do? What did they get rid of? The 10, okay, I'm gonna get rid of the y's. They got rid of the x's, I'm gonna get rid of the y's. Now, if it should be that we get the same answer, okay, because it isn't gonna matter. So I'm gonna do my y's. What? I have 3y and I have 2y. 5x plus 2y equals 1. Now they're the same sign, that's fine, but I need to eliminate one of them. So can you tell me a number that will divide by 3 and 2 evenly? And I want the lowest number. What's 3 times 2?
6.
6. So I'm gonna have a positive 6 and a negative 6. And it doesn't matter which one's positive, which one's negative. So what I'm gonna do with both of these equations, I'm gonna, I didn't need that. I'm gonna multiply the top one by, this is a 3y, I wanna make it a 6y, what should I multiply it by? Thank you, 2. So I'm gonna leave it as 2, so I'm gonna multiply the whole equation by 2. Now, this one has a 2y, I wanna make it negative, so whatever I'm gonna multiply is gonna be negative. What do I multiply by 2 to make 6? 3. But it's gonna be -3, and it has to be the whole equation. Why did I make it negative? Because I have to have a positive 6 and a negative 6. So when I add them, they cancel. 3 times 2 is 6.
I get that, but why? Because you have a -15, why wouldn't you have made that a -2 instead of a +2, and then make it a +3 instead of a
You could
negative?
have.
Okay.
Okay, yes, you can. So here, I'm gonna have 4x plus 6y is equal to -30. -15x minus 6y is equal to -3. When I do this, my y's are gonna cancel, because it's a positive 6y, negative 6y. 4 minus 15x is a negative 11x, is equal to a negative 33. Divide both sides by -11. X is equal to 3. Now, I am not done. I have an X, I have to have a Y by it. You pick either original equation. I'm just gonna pick the top one, and I'm gonna let X be 3, I'm gonna solve for Y. So I will have 2X plus 3Y equals negative 15. I'm gonna have 2 times 3 plus 3Y is equal to negative 15. 2 times 3 is 6. All right, now I'm gonna solve for Y. The 6 has to come over, become negative. So we get 3Y is equal to negative 15 minus 6. 3Y is equal to negative 21. Y is equal to negative 7. So my point.
Slide that up, please.
My point.
Thank you.
The point is gonna be 3, negative 7. It has to be in the form X comma Y. Even if you solve for Y first, your answer is X comma Y. All right. Now, if you look on what the page did, their solution is 3 comma negative 7. My solution is 3 comma negative 7. They chose to get rid of the X's first, I chose to get rid of the Y's first. Does it matter? No, because in reality, you're gonna come up with the same answer. What type of system?
No,
No, just say it again.
independent.
Okay. Now, all of you should now be saying independent, because all we're doing right now are independent systems. If I get an answer, it is independent. So, this is an independent system. I'm not gonna be able to spell it. Independent system. How many solutions? One solution. And the graph are 2 intersecting lines, or 2 lines across at one point. Last intersecting. 2 intersecting lines. All right, an independent system will have one solution. The solution for us is 5. Negative 7. It's 2 lines that are gonna cross. Where are they gonna cross? At, I said 5, sorry. 3, negative 7. All right,